All right, guys, welcome to the Fantasy Sports Wrap. Michael Potter and Deron Phillip, episode number 44. And Deron, this episode ends the regular season of the Fantasy Sports Wrap's first baseball year. And we had a couple things down.
Thank goodness. Gee.
You're probably not the only one. It was a tough year for you.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah.
It was rough. Yeah.
Well, you learned a lot, right? I mean, neither of us had played in a while. A lot of people in the league hadn't played in a while. But the last time Deron and I played back in, probably 2004 or 5 maybe, it was different because we were in a league where it was day to day, head to head, but you could change your lineup as much as you wanted. And so Deron and I steamed. Some people say stream, but that's dumb. It's steamed. And so we were used to just drafting hitters and closers and just throwing any pitcher out there, it didn't matter as long as we got wins, strikeouts, that type of stuff. Couldn't do that this year.
Strikeouts and saves, yeah.
Yeah, couldn't do that this year, and that was a big change for us. Very difficult. So.
And we didn't really go hard into starting pitchers of the draft. You were able to bounce back. Kudos to you because you had a lineup that you stuck with your plan. I'm going to get hitters. You made trades. You could lock up just about every first-round pick, and I think you almost pulled that off. And I think that really helped you. I mean, you had some nice offensive numbers this year. Boy, you went up against a juggernaut this week, though. Holy cow!
Well, and just to reset it, coming into this week, the East was up for grabs. There were 4 teams that mathematically had a chance, but realistically, 2 teams, and maybe you did as a third, but you needed some help and you needed to get a big win. But Schuff came in, 2.5 up on Pride? Was he 7 on you? Or
7 on me.
And then 9 on Bandits.
9 on Bandits.
And it's come down to the wire here. Bandits went ballistic on me this week. Check out their offensive numbers. 63, 22, 66, 3 steals, and 345. That's got to be the best offensive numbers in a 7-day outing that we've seen this year.
Bar none. Yep.
And he had me in strikeouts and wins, and I had him in saves. And then today I was able to – I really needed 2 or 3 wins to assure myself the playoffs. And I started 3 guys. They pitched well. I got kind of lucky. And I'm going to win strikeouts, ERA, and whip. And oddly enough, the only categories I'm going to win are pitching. And largely due to a couple guys I picked up today, Iwakuma and Andrew Kashner both pitched really well. Those 3 should be enough for me. Not going to get Pat in the playoffs. You're going to fall a little bit short as well in the playoffs. And it really came down to Pride and Slammers, and that's not over yet.
No, it's not. Pride just got a late win from Bumgardner in Colorado.
That could be huge.
So that put them up 4-3 in wins. So now they lead Mounties on the week 7-3.
7-3.
Slammers is down to Tower. That might be over.
I think Tower and Slammers is over. Mounties has 3 guys going tonight. In the Pittsburgh-St. Louis game. But I think yes. Tower and Slammers are done. Are we right on that?
Towers and Slammers. I don't see...
Melanson. He could get 1 save, but...
I don't think that matters. He's already got saves wrapped up.
I mean, unless Melanson pitches... I mean, Dale's only got about 18 innings. I guess if Melanson pitched 2 clean innings, 6 outs, no walks, hits... Could that get him down under? I mean, I
don't know. That's a big. And he's at 150 and Towers at 121 on the WHIP, 2.26 on ERA and Slammers is at 3. That's a pretty steep drop, but like you said, the innings are. It's a low total, so he might be able to pull that off. And I don't see. Yeah, I think they're both done. I don't see anybody lined up for tonight for either of those teams. That's it. Now we go over to the Mounties Pride. Mounties has Neil Walker, Young Ho Gong, and Jason Hayward.
And what does he need to do?
He needs, if he gets 1 stolen base from any one of those 3 guys, it looks as if that will get Slammers in the playoffs, and Pride is out because they will tie that category. That will put Pride at 6-3-1. He will only gain 2.5 games on Slammers this final week. He's 2.5 back, but with the head-to-head tiebreaker for the regular season, Slammers swept Pride. So he needs one steal from one of those three guys, and he goes to the playoffs. If he doesn't, he's out.
And those guys aren't necessarily steal guys, but they can all steal. Like, they're not, I mean, you'd feel great if he had Billy Hamilton or somebody like that, you know, but so those guys aren't necessarily steal guys, but how many steals do each of those guys have? They've got to each have like close to 10, right? A piece, something like that. Well, Kong probably not. By the way, I did the math, and if Melanson, he'd have to pitch like 4 innings of no hits or walks to get in there, because right now Schuff's at 18 innings, and he's got 27 walks and hits combined. And even if you pitch 2 innings, it'd only bring him down like a 1.35 whip, you know, 2 clean innings. So that one's over.
Hayward, first of all, Hayward and Walker are in the lineup. Gong is not. So, but he's not a real stolen base start either. Anyway, he's got 5 on the year. Walker's got 3. Hayward's got 20 steals.
That's his best bet.
He's a threat. He's a threat. He's a threat to steal.
Well, and here's the thing, though. I mean, he's going against Garrett Cole, right? If it's the Garrett Cole we've seen the last couple of weeks, they're going to get base runners on. If it's a Garrett Cole we saw in the first half of the year, they might not get more than a couple base. He might not even reach base, Hayward, you know? Because Cole can be dominating, but he hasn't been.
No, he hasn't. I think they're going to get to him.
You're just so big.
Well, I mean, it's my pitcher. What do you want me to say? I mean, this guy's been a total stiff for the last.
Yeah, but it's meaningless. It's meaningless for you. He'll probably pitch like a no-hitter or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Here's what this would be the perfect cap for Deron's last regular season start. Cole goes out and pitches a complete game no-hitter, but a guy gets on with hit by a pitch, then a pass ball, then a pass ball, then a pass ball, and then he loses a game. So your guy goes 9 innings, no hits, but he doesn't get a win. That would be the cap to your season.
It would be. I've had plenty of caps to my season, believe me.
So if you're Schuff right now, or if you're Pride, I always ask you percentages. So if Mounties gets 1 steal, that's a tie, right? So it goes 6-2-1. And then that's
6-3.
That's not enough, right?
They'll put him at 6-3-1. He needs a 7. He needs to make up 3 games on.
Oh, because
Schuff.
that would tie him, and then Schuff has a tie.
If he finishes at 6-3-1, he gains 2.5 games.
And he's got nobody. Pride's got nobody. He's done.
I'm pretty sure he's done.
Wow.
I don't see anybody. No. Pride is. Yep, he's all done.
When is you know what's funny too is I traded Hayward to him.
To Mounties.
His last steal was 8.25 against the Diamondbacks. Hayward's was. He's been playing better. Look at Hayward's numbers. And this is why Mounties was willing to trade me Martinez for him, because Martinez was up and coming pitcher, had been pitching well. And when I traded Hayward, he might have been hitting about 230. He's now hitting 287, 69 runs, 11 homers, 50 RBI, and 20 stolen bases. So he started coming on in that lineup, and that's what Mounties was counting on.
Yeah.
But it looks like I was up 5.5 games, and by me getting 3 wins here, Mounties would have to flip that thing and get he'd have to get 9 wins, and that's not going to happen. So I got to be honest, I was very nervous watching Pat put up his numbers. I thought I was going to get skunked 10-0 and Mounties might make the playoffs, but it looks like I'm going to sneak in. Not the way you want to go in, playing the worst ball of your life, but at least I'm in.
You're in. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
So it looks like...
represent us well, my friend. Represent the hosts well.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you want me to win or the East to win? Because that would be great. I mean, we've been dogging the East all year. So if Slammers or Pride get in and they win the whole daggum thing, that would be like the last laugh, because we have been dogging you guys.
I don't know if it really matters to me. I know if you talk to Kim, she'd be like, no question. I want the West going down in flames.
Well,
I think it's better for the show if one of the hosts wins the whole thing, to be honest with you.
All right. That's a lot of pressure on me, but that's okay.
I'm thinking about the show from the show standpoint. So since my predictions with you have been so off the money, what did I say? I said to you this week you're going to go. Well, what did I say you're going to do this week? Early in the week, and you're like, oh man, your predictions have really been
I think you
great
said
for
I was
me
going to
so
win
far.
3, right?
I said you were going to go 4-6. I think I said that.
That's pretty close.
You went 7-3. The 3-7. 3-7.
Well, as of now, what's going to happen is Dachshund, Jocks, and Loopers is going to be the first round matchup. And we both played poorly. I think this week we would have been a 5-5 because they did not get much offense. And they're starting to get the first few creaks in their lineup as Cruz is hurt and Lance Lynn just went day to day.
Little chink in the armor. We see a little chink in the D&J armor.
So I went 45, 17, 50 when I had a nice offensive week. I just ran up against him. I don't hit very good average, and I don't steal bases. But I would have beat him 3-2 in hitting. But in pitching, I would have lost by 2 strikeouts, 1 win. I would have beat him in saves, so that'd be another win. I'd be 4, and then I would have beat him in ERA. We would have gone 5-5 this week. So hopefully that'll be a good matchup. And then it's going to be Phoenix Tower waiting for either a rematch with Slammers, who we played this week, or Tillman Pride. Those are going to be your matchups in the playoffs. And then, of course, we do have the losers bracket as well.
Yeah.
I think you can win that. What if I win the playoffs and you win the losers bracket?
That's not bad. We'll take that. I am looking forward to playing Pat this week because I doubt very much he's going to put up back-to-back weeks like he did. Oh. And I think that's who I'm lined up to play.
Yeah, right now it'd be Pride, Mounties, Bandits, Racers, Domorowski, Britain.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that. Like Britain and Domorowski are the 2 worst teams that they get to play each other in the. You know why? It's because they just play 2 rounds of consolation bracket just to keep everybody playing, but there's no real winner of that because you can't. No. With 6 teams, you can't in 2 weeks or 2 matchups do anything with that.
So. Yeah, there is no real winner here, but I'm going to win as many as I can in that losers bracket.
There's no real winners, just all losers.
All losers. Don't we get trophies, though, even if we're losers?
No, not on this show.
No.
Not.
Everyone gets a trophy? We don't do that?
This is not Obama's America. Oh, okay. Stop it. Yeah, ESPN's going to suspend me. Yeah. I'm going to get suspended by Aspen. Okay, Deron, predictions. If we still don't know if it's Slammers or Pride. Predictions for the playoffs.
Well, we don't know who's going to be in the East. I'm going to say Loopers over Dachshund Jocks. I know you hate to hear that.
I'm okay with it now.
And I'm going to say Tower wins the other matchup, and it's going to be Loopers over Tower in the final.
Oh,
we're all going to get the last laugh.
That'd be so great.
Well, you will.
I think Dachshund Jocks is probably the favorite to beat me just because their pitching is very good. Their pitching is so good, and that's going to be tough for me because I really don't have. I mean, Greinke. I'm going to get a lot of starts from Greinke, though. He's going on Monday. Martinez hasn't been great. Hopefully I'll get A.J. Burnett back because it's a 2-week matchup. So I would think Dachshund Jocks would probably beat me, but I'm gonna hope I can pull the upset. I just hope Tower beats either Slammers or Pride so that we don't have a chance of an East team winning the championship. Because I do not want a team that couldn't even get 100 wins in the regular season to win the championship.
Yeah.
So I'd be a little bitter if that happened, but I'm gonna just say, because I don't want to jinx myself, I'm gonna say Dachshund Jocks versus Tower in the championship, and then I'm gonna say Tower is gonna pull it off because when I announced him as a newbie, he said, Potter called me newbie, but I'm gonna win this thing, and Tom might be Nostradamus here. It might work out.
Well, Tom had a whole master plan in mind when he said that. I think it wasn't just him. We all know he's got people working for him 24/7. He's never denied it.
He never has.
No.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. He, he's even admitted it at times. There was one good pickup when we interviewed him. He said, "Oh yeah, it was because it was a young guy he picked up, and we're like, well, how'd you even? Oh, a buddy of mine told me about him." So, I think Tom does have people.
That was the first clue.
Yeah. So now, have you decided? Are you basically, hey, football season has started now? Because you're like in 3 leagues, aren't you?
I'm in 3, yeah. 3 leagues. So, I'm in one of the. I'm in a pick'em little contest.
What's that, like a suicide pool?
No, no, you pick the games every week and you rank what game you're most confident about. You rank with the highest point total for that week. So let's say, how many teams are there? Are there 16 games a week?
Yeah, 16 games a week, 32
Okay,
teams.
so let's say I am convinced that New England's going to use their little Deflategate victory momentum, and they're gonna beat Pittsburgh. So I'm gonna put 16 on New England. Okay.
Oh,
Then,
okay,
then,
okay.
then you rank your games accordingly. Then, all right, I'm not sure about this game, so I'll put 15. You know, I think this game to pick them, I'm gonna put 1 point on the Vikings over San Francisco or something
Okay.
like that. So that's
No,
kind of how it is.
no
It's week
point,
to week, and
no
well, you
point
get the points.
spreads.
No, straight up,
And so if New
straight up.
England does win, then you get 16 points. If they lose, you don't get 16 points. It's just a
Right.
zero for you.
And if someone else has Pittsburgh or didn't put as many points on New England, they wouldn't lose as many potential points. Like
That's
someone
pretty
might
cool.
put, they might be as confident about New England, so they put 5 points on New England. Well, I've lost 16, they only lose five. So there's a whole bunch of strategy that comes into play as you get down to the end of the season too. If you're trying to pass people, you're trying to guess, well, who are they going to put 16 points on? Who are they going to put 1 point on? Do I go against the grain? So it should be interesting. I'll keep you updated on that.
So
Through the season.
is there a weekly winner and then a season long, or is it all just season long?
It's a weekly winner. Yeah, weekly winner.
And is there a season winner too? Do they keep
Weekly and overall. Yeah.
How many people are in this thing?
I'm not sure. I know it's $20 to play. If you win a week, you get your entry back. You get
No
20
more?
bucks
You
back.
just get $20 back?
Yep. For winning a week.
Oh,
Now, if
okay.
you win the whole thing,
It's 20 to okay, it's not 20 a week.
no, it's 20 for the whole thing. So
I thought it was
basically
20 a
win your
week.
entry.
I was like, "Whoa, you guys got some big spinners in that thing."
Nice stakes going on here.
Oh, that's funny. How confident are you about our Bushwood Looper League? Because you were talking to young Adam, and he was pretty excited about it. He was out doing the GCU soccer. By the way, Adam Johnson, who is the Purple People Eaters in our football league, he's going to be calling the game Friday night, the first men's home soccer match with the new soccer coach there. He'll be on the WAC Digital Network. Go to gclopes.com. But Adam will be the voice of that ball game. Check it out. But he was pretty excited to be playing in the football league, huh?
Oh yeah, he's excited about football season starting in general too. He's excited about the Vikes, as am I. I think they're gonna have a good year. But getting back to my team, it's all right, I guess.
They're all hurt, right?
Oh, you know what? I'm on the wrong team here. I've got three teams. Yeah.
You need to watch the team that's got a bunch of red.
Yeah, I was
bunch
gonna
of
say,
red
man,
next
this
year.
team's looking pretty good. The one I drafted in our league, but that's not the team. Yeah, I've got Kelsey. Looks like he's going to be okay for the Chiefs. He's got a probable by
Yeah,
him.
he'll be fine.
Cobb insists he's going to play the first game, but we'll see about that. I got a note here on Emmanuel Sanders. I'm not really crazy about. It says they're going to be using him as a punt returner during the 2015
Oh
season.
boy.
I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, that's where guys get dinged up, they get knocked out, they get injured. That's not good. You don't want
So, but my team is just I don't
Gary
know, not
Kubiak's
feeling-
the head coach.
Yeah.
Oh brother. Hey, as a Chiefs fan, I don't think Denver. I don't know. I think Peyton Manning's done. I might be wrong.
You think so?
I do. He didn't play
hope.
good down the stretch, and I don't hope because I really like him. He's one of the classier guys in football, and so I do. It was hard for me when he got traded to Denver because I like him, so I still wanted to root for him, but I hate the Broncos so much. I would like him to be very good and them still, stink if that's even
Struggle,
possible.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know the Gary Kubiak deal. The guy was down in Houston, and yeah, he didn't have a great quarterback, but he had what's his name that one year, Matt Schaub, who was really good a couple years, and he had Andre Johnson, he had Aaron Foster his prime. I'm not a big fan of Kubiak's. I think he's a good offensive coordinator, and that's it. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think a
your
lot of
team?
people are pretty excited about their team. I think my team, oddly enough, I like my team. I like it a lot. If I had a better quarterback, I'd like it better. I think Alex Smith is going to do pretty good this year. But I got Matt Forte, Frank Gore, Julio Jones, Brandon Cooks, and I think Devontae Adams is going to have a breakout year. I got the Seahawks defense. I like my team. But with football, you're one injury away from... in baseball, you get an injury, it can hurt you, but at least you can fill some decent guys in there.
Yeah.
You get an injury to one of these guys. I was looking out on the list out there. There's not that many guys out there to plug in.
Well, it's a 12-team league. That thins out the free agent pool for sure. You lose a guy like Julio Jones,
You're done.
that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, I replaced him
Yeah.
with John Brown. I mean, he's decent, but he's not Julio Jones.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I think in baseball, as we talked about, in baseball, if your number one pick or even your number two pick, if those guys don't perform the way you expect them to, you can still be okay. Because there was a lot of number one first round picks that just haven't performed that great. Like Carlos
Right.
Gomez, he's been good, but he hasn't been great. Abreu, he's been good, but he hasn't been great like he was last year. Stanton, he got hurt. You can still rally back from that, but man, if Antonio Brown goes down, or if Andrew Luck goes down, or if Julio Jones, or if Jamal Charles, you're in a little bit of a world of hurt there. That's tough to replace.
Yeah. Well, I do have Niall Davis, so that would help if Charles goes down. That was your advice. And I appreciate you passing that along to me.
Stinking.
Yeah.
Well, Deron, I'm excited about football. It kicks off on Thursday, literally, and Tom Brady will be playing. McKenzie called me, Mounties, and just the voicemail all it said was Brady, and I just hung up on him. So he is excited. But anyway,
man.
baseball, we'll be watching it tonight to see if it's Schuff or Slammers or Pride.
That's what it comes down to. One stolen base. That's it.
We actually,
This whole season, Pot, and we're coming down to the last game of our regular season, Sunday night, to determine the division winner of one of our divisions.
And it's stolen bases.
And it's stolen bases.
And oddly enough, if you look at overall, Moon Valley Racers has the most stolen bases of the year. Team Britain has the second most. Slammers third, and Pride, then Domorowski, and then Pride. All the teams that have got 100 wins or more are like last in stolen bases.
That should tell you something right there.
The top four teams in steals are like, well, Slammers though he's hoping to make the playoffs, but.
So in other words, what you're saying is steals just doesn't win you the league. I mean, you could be.
Mounties is sixth in stolen bases, and a stolen base by him could put somebody else in the playoffs.
That's a real interesting stat, though.
Yeah.
Real interesting observation. All you guys, you hot shots, loopers, docks and jocks, tower, and bandits is last, but all you guys are at the bottom of steals.
Yeah. Well, I've told you all along, there's not many steal guys who do other things. Billy Hamilton doesn't hit a lick. Right. He might score some runs. The best you can hope for is a steals guy who scores runs. D. Gordon, high average, runs, and steals. That's pretty good, but there's not many of them. I like the guys who go on one swing of the bat, get you three categories. They can get you a home run, a run, and an RBI.
Yeah.
So I go after those guys. Now, having said that, I do think, Jock Peterson, the guy for the Diamondbacks that we've been so high on, I forget his name now off the top of my head, who can do all those things. A.J. Pollock. There's a couple of other guys doing some of that stuff that are going to get 30 steals but still hit for 300 and hit like 20 home runs and stuff. I think those guys. And who's the guy for Colorado who's been hurt? It's not Blackman. It's the other guy. He's been really good too.
Oh gosh.
I cannot remember his name.
I can't remember his name either. Who is it? We gotta find it. We gotta figure it out. We gotta figure this out.
He hasn't played much at all, is why nobody. Dickerson, yeah, he kind of does all those things too. He's a guy that can do some of that stuff.
In other words, you're saying, unlike my team, which is a bunch of banjo hitters, that it's not going to get the job done.
That's my philosophy. But who am I to say?
Hey, who are you to say? You're going to the playoffs.
Can I throw one more thing out there that's going to just probably drive Schuff to his grave? Because all he needs is for McKenzie to tie a category, right?
Yeah.
Look at wins. Pride has 4, Mounties has 3, right? Look at September 3rd of this week of Mounties.
September 3rd for Mounties this week.
Show bench.
All right, hold on here. Hold on. Mounties, September 3rd.
Show bench.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're going to say. Show bench, and there's a win on the bench
for Jeff Samardzija. That would have tied that category, and that would have put Schuff in the playoffs.
Yep.
Mounties, Mounties, Mounties. But good for me. And also last week he left Arrieta on the bench down the stretch. So, and that was the day he pitched a no-hitter. And Alex Gordon was left on the bench that day by Pride, but he only got 1 RBI, which didn't end up mattering. But you can't say that cost it, because you go back, there's a lot of that happened throughout the year where guys would forget to put guys in or something like that. But it's just kind of one of those things. It's like, oh man, Schuff could have a peaceful Sunday evening. If that had happened, now he's got to pull his hair out and hope that Hayward strikes out 4 times, And Walker, don't forget Walker. It's always, what'll happen if it's not meant to be is Kong or whatever his name will come in the game in the 9th inning as a pinch hitter, walk, and steal like his first steal of the year. Something weird like that'll happen, It's not the guy you expect to do it.
Right. Believe me, I've seen plenty of weird this year.
Yeah.
I'm not out of the woods yet with beating Domorowski. I'm trying to, but it's not over.
Would that be a nice little moral victory for you?
Well, I guess so, yeah. When I call it that, beating the nameless, faceless team.
But you've never beaten them before.
Never have.
I got to tell you, I think I might have told this one other time. It was funny because I was sparring with Hawk from Docs and Jocks, and he was talking about how good their team was. And I was like, anything can happen in the playoffs. And he goes, we got the best pitching and hitting. I'll take our chances. We beaten everybody. And I go, you've never beaten me. And he goes, we haven't? I'm like, no, you played me twice, and I beat you both times. He's like, oh, well, then we better root for the Mounties. And then I tell my buddy this, and he's my buddy Nick, and he's like, yeah, but it's hard to beat somebody 3 times. I'm like, dude, don't tell me that. So I have never lost to Docs and Jocks this year.
You're having a good year when you don't even realize you've lost to a team.
Oh, they don't.
Twice.
Yeah, they don't care. They're just like, I mean, they had a 38-7-30 week, and they go 8-2 over Team Britain. But this is why: 71 strikeouts, 5 wins, 2 saves, 3.65 ERA, 1.23 WHIP. They just get good outings from these guys. So anyway, all right, Deron. So we'll probably need to do like a I don't know, maybe midweek as we get into the playoffs. Once again, guys, it's a 2-week playoff, so we should have that 6 matchup acquisitions that should pop in for next week. Has it already?
I've already used one.
Didn't you like 2 weeks ago say, "Yeah, I don't even care. When I get in, I'm not even going to worry about it." And I was like,
"Well, I gotta feel the full lineup, and my catcher is out, so I'm like, I gotta put somebody in there." Gee.
You've gone without a catcher before.
Yeah, I did. That was my first mistake of many this year.
Look at Schuff. Schuff drops Teixeira and adds Bartolo Colon.
That was earlier today, though. He's
just for the day.
Playoffs. I think Schuff's. You know what? I think Schuff gets in.
Yeah. I mean, Schuff's my nemesis, right? He's the guy that beat me years ago, and I've never forgiven him when I had the best team in the league. And everybody knew it. He even knew it. He was like, I can't believe I'm beating you. But he's my nemesis. But I got to tell you, when we've gone through this, numbers and everything, I don't think any team has had even close to the amount of injuries and tough breaks he's had. It's like he traded those guys for Stanton. The guy goes down just as he's getting going. Billy Hamilton, his steals guy, been out for months. He has had a lot of injuries this year.
Yeah.
And we all have to do it, but
he's scratched and clawed though, man. He got himself back into it,
Yep.
And he kept his team in there. Now he's on the brink of getting in. What do we got here? It's scoreless in the first inning. Oh, Hayward's up.
Oh boy, we're not going off until we see this at bat.
It's a man on first with 2 outs. Cole just walked the batter, so he will not get a perfect game, like we were talking about.
No, I said no hitter.
Oh, no hitter. That's
he can still get it. That's still in play. The no hitter is still in play. Well,
Hayward's
if Hayward gets
up, so
on,
we'll
they're not going to do a double steal in the first inning. Come on, who's in front of him?
Peralta, but if he gets a single and he goes to third,
Steal
first
second.
and third, steal second.
What's their lineup?
Slammer's in.
Who's it? Slammer's out if he steals. Pride's in if he steals, right? Oh no, Slammers is in. If he steals,
Slammer's
right?
in. Yeah. Slammers is in. Yeah. Hayward and then Molina and Moss, the Domorowski contingent.
The Babe Ruth of the last 2 weeks. Holy cow, that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Well, maybe we will go off the air. because we've been talking.
It's 2-1. No, let's see what happens here. We might as well be on when the
might as well be on. This is gonna take like 9 hours to upload, but that's fine. Figure it out.
3-1 on Hayward.
Wow, Cole.
You know what here? I'm gonna put it on the MLB TV right now.
Cole was so good early on.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if it'll allow me to.
You know, I'm kind of hoping AJ Burnett gets healthy, but then sometimes I'm not sure if I want him to get healthy because he was pitching so poorly. 3-1 now. Bottom of the first. Oh, that's in St. Louis, huh?
In St. Louis.
What did Walker do? Neil Waka. Is he?
I don't think he's hit yet. No, he's not hit yet.
He's hitting
and
fifth.
Hayward walked.
Wow, he's hitting fifth.
Peralta is second.
All right, double steal. I don't know
if we're going to see that.
I really don't want Schuff to make it for selfish reasons because I'm afraid he's going to win.
And then beat you?
No, he just always has it. His teams always have a way, like you said, they grind it out. They figure it out. They come up with these ways of winning when they probably shouldn't. And I'm just like, God, if that guy gets in, he'd scare me in that division, that deal. Because he almost beat Tom this week. I mean, Tom had another sick Sunday. That's what we're going to call these now. The Tower sick Sunday to save his bacon. And that happens every week for this guy. Usually it's a sick Saturday and Sunday. It's a wild weekend and a sick Sunday. I feel like I should
that sick Sunday.
I feel like I should be playing the hot stacks of wax the way I'm alliterating right there. So here's what Tom did today. 12, 5, 12, 1, hit 302.
Jay.
Batista, 3 runs, homer, 3 RBI. Asdrubal Cabrera, 3 for 4, 2 runs, a homer, an RBI, a steal. Come on.
Asdrubal.
And then he picked up a save from Santiago Castilla. 2 strikeouts in the save, too. Stinking Tom Brown. That guy's killing us, man.
Still 2-1.
Slammers went 10, 2, 4, 0, 266. Wow, Slammers went 4 RBI. Did he get a save?
3-1.
Oh, they put Asuna in. Why did Toronto throw Asuna up 10-4 or 10-3? And he gave up a run.
Mess him up for the playoffs.
9 ERA and a 1 WHIP. Yeah, mess him up for the playoffs. That's pretty funny. Although Brown
mess with his head.
Tom Brown going into the playoffs. Kluber gonna miss 10 days.
I heard about that. 3-2 on Molina. No one's moving. I would highly doubt he would steal at this point.
So what does Tommy G do? Kluber was one of his main guys. Let's see, who else does he have on the bench as we get to playoff baseball? Matt Harvey is listed as day-to-day. They're going to shut him down. Remember Harvey said he didn't want to pitch anymore after 180-inning pitch limit? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Scott Boras started saying that Matt Harvey isn't going to pitch more than 180 innings this year based on the advice of his doctor, Dr. James Andrews, because he just came off that Tommy John. And so Sandy Alderson said, yeah, we're not going to let Scott Boras tell us how to use our pitchers. And then Harvey came out and said, yeah, I just assumed I wouldn't pitch more than 180. But Alderson's like, yeah, I don't think that's the case. We're in the playoffs. You're going to pitch. And then I guess Harvey just came out today and said, if we make the playoffs, I expect to pitch.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Although smart people realize this. Why do they always go by an inning count? What if you pitch an average of, what if you say, I'm going to pitch 180 innings, and you average 30 pitches an inning? Or you average 20 pitches an inning? That's a big difference in pitches. Like, it should be pitches, like how many pitches you throw. If you're going to limit a guy, innings has nothing to do with it. It's a number of pitches and then how hard those pitches are, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They all talk
but don't
about
they kind of even out though in the end? I mean, you have some where you have to throw 20, 30 pitches, and then you might have a 6 or 7 pitch inning.
Well, I read one thing. A guy was saying that if you average out, if you said we're not going to throw him over 3,000 pitches or something like that, the way Harvey throws, it would take him like 211 innings to get that many because he doesn't throw a lot of pitches a lot of times. Whereas another guy like a Clayton Kershaw who strikes guys out, he might get there in, 190 because he's going to throw. When you strike guys, when you strike 15 out, you're throwing more pitches.
You're throwing more pitches.
Maddox would get through an entire game throwing 85 pitches because he gave up ground ball, ground ball, ground ball, ground ball. And Smoltz would throw 120 because he's striking guys out.
I thought Harvey was a strikeout guy, though, isn't he?
Not as much this year. I mean, he does, but this year they were saying that his pitch count, his actual pitch count, isn't as up there as a lot of guys. But he does strike out a lot of guys too.
158 strikeouts in 166 in the third innings. So, but not, like you said, he's not striking out a whole bunch more than the innings he's pitching. We're tracking this St. Louis game, and Molina lined out to center, so no steal for Hayward in the first inning. So I'm going to be tracking that. It's very interesting coming down to that last possible game.
Well, and if you're
probably come down to the ninth inning, it'll be at the very end.
I always get this wrong. If you're Pride, you don't want to steal, but if you're Slammers, you do.
Right.
Okay.
Because Pride's got a 2-1 lead in steals over Mounties. If Mounties steals a base, category's tied. Shuff advances.
So how many innings did you say? What's his nut Harvey has thrown?
166.
Okay, so if you look at Harvey, 166 and 158, right? 166. And then you look at who leads the league in strikeouts. 251 Ks for Kershaw in 194 innings. So 166 you said? So 30 more innings, but 100 more strikeouts basically? I mean, that's got to be a lot more pitches, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so that's kind of my thought. You look at a guy like Chris Sale, though, 239 strikeouts, second in the league. He's only got 177 innings pitched. But he's got to be throwing a lot more pitches in those types of innings,
I don't think so.
Anyway, I just think that the whole debate is dumb. The guy got a Tommy John. His arm's better than it was before, man. They tighten that sucker up. He's good to go. Throw him out there.
If you're going to pitch the whole season and then you're going to just leave, you're going to quit early when your team's in the play. What's the point? Well, really.
They did Strasburg. They did it. They shut him down, and they didn't.
Yeah.
And who knows if that would have changed? It would have changed something. But they haven't sniffed the playoffs since. I mean, they're not going back again. It's like, come on, guys.
No.
I get it.
He's still getting hurt. It doesn't matter.
I get it. You want to lengthen your career, but this is the other thing that makes people kind of early on in the year, they had so many good young pitchers. The Mets talked about going to a 6-man rotation to, number one, limit everybody's innings, and number two, get some of these young guys pitching. You know what one pitcher was vehemently against a 6-man rotation? Matt Harvey.
Oh, for the Mets, yeah.
Yeah. But if you wanted to limit your pitches, if they had gone to 6-man rotation, you'd be sitting at 130 innings right now or something like that.
Right.
So, I don't know. Boris is doing his job, I guess, but he's... Ugh. Anyway, I think they should shut him down for the playoffs, though, so Tom Brown doesn't have a... On that note, all right, we'll be watching it, guys. We'll come back to you midweek with playoff update and a little football action. Deron, good luck. I think you can beat Domorowski in the regular season on a big note.
Yeah, be a huge win for me.
That'd be huge. Ticker tape parade.
Well, you know what? We're talking about staying ahead of Pat in the standings, and
that's important.
Right now, I'm a game and a half ahead of him. I was 2 games up. If I go 5-5, we tie. He went 7-3.
You don't want to do that. 5-5, that's like kissing your sister, and you don't have a sister, so it'd be like kissing Dean. That's not good.
Kissing my dog, Mary.
I think you might like kissing your brother.
Well, no, she's not my sister, really. She's a
dog.
Kissing my brother, that would be good. Anyway, on that note,
we'll see you guys later. Take care, Deron.
All right.
Bye.